Join us on the Boss and the Sauce Show as we take a look at the ACC College Football 2019 preview coming up right now. Here we go. Here we go again. Coach Dabo Swinney over here at Clemson. They're on the clock right now. Now, Coach Dabo Swinney, he's been building this team for a long time, and it's really coming together for him. He's coming off a 15-0 championship year, and he goes into this year with 7 coming back on offense and 4 coming back on defense. And definitely, Trevor Lawrence is coming back this year, and we're excited to see what's going to come out of this kid. Now, they did also got a newcomer wide receiver, Jeffrey Joseph Nagata. He's coming out of California, 6'4", 215, and he's ready right away. He's ready to hit the field. So they're going to add that to their quarterback, running back, wide receiver, left guard, center, right guard, and tackle that's coming back. So you got a full line, a running back, a wide receiver, and a freshman wide receiver that's ready to go. They should run the scoreboard up as usual. But this team really has a issue with me with the scheduling that they have, and we'll talk about that a little later. But let me let y'all get a little input from my man, BigRagoo.
Hey, all right, Clemson. Clemson lost a lot of talent in the draft, as we know. Like the top 20 drafts, probably half of them were Clemson players. But they definitely had some key losses last year as far as the talent goes. But a couple of guys you want to look for this year that are making some transition. There's a kid that played wideout and then moved into the defensive side of the ball. His name's Darion Kendrick. He's only a sophomore. But the coaches are really talking how talented this kid and how he made the adjustment to the position. So look for him. His number is number 1. He's a cornerback. And another kid, Justin Ross, wide receiver. They're saying he's a man among boys. So he's a super talented kid. And they get back Eddie in and running back and Lawrence. You know, he's going to make his run for the Heisman this year without a doubt, coming back for the sophomore season. And they just seem like it's a team. You know, we know that they beat Alabama last year in the championship, but it's a team that's kind of a step and a half above everybody else. They're that good. This team is. They just seem like everything. They're moving on all cylinders. And looking at their schedule, you know, they open up at Georgia Tech, then they got to play home against Texas A&M, second game. Then they move out to Syracuse, third game. So it's looking at their schedule. They could have a couple of trip-ups in there possibly, but it's going to take something special to beat this team. They're super talented, well-coached, and they recruit very well. We all know that. And I think they probably wind up coming out on top in that division just because of how far they widen the gap at this point in time. It's going to take teams a long time to catch up with this team in that division.
Did y'all hear that right there? This guy out of Florida, just as smooth as a cucumber, going over this one. And right here, I don't see no way they could goop this up with this cupcake schedule they got coming out against Georgia Tech, who's opening up to a spread offense from the triple option. That could be an easy win. Texas A&M may be their toughest test for the whole year. And with the personnel that they have, they outclass them. They could automatically just beat them, you know, although it may be a lot of this and that about Texas A&M. When they lay the X's and O's, you size them up. This team probably blows past Texas A&M. Then they got to see Syracuse at Syracuse. This might be the spot that they may be able to get beat because Syracuse kind of put it on them for a half last year, and they might be coming back at home to try to do that again. But after that, they got Charlotte, North Carolina. The jury's still out on Florida State, even though BigRagoo has his Florida State hat on today. And the jury's out on Louisville big time. That's probably pointing down. We just went over Boston College not that long ago. They 7-5 season look like it's going to be pointing down. And then for homecoming, and BigRagoo says okay because it's homecoming. They want to play Wofford. They shouldn't even have Wolford on their schedule. Go play Coastal Carolina. Go play somebody that's in the same divisions as you or something. And then they go with NC State, Wake Forest, and South Carolina. How could you mess that up with NFL potential players sitting on your roster? Sweeney, if you mess this one up, yes, you're going down, buddy. But any last words on this Clemson team for you, BigRagoo?
Man, I mean, if you just sit here and you analyze, the past seasons and the upcoming season, I mean, just looking at the stats and what they've accomplished, they're basically in the top 10 as far as efficiency on offense and defense, explosiveness, finishing drives, adjusted turnover margins. I mean, everything is like top 10, 1, 2, 5, 4. The only thing that it's kind of odd, the only thing that they had any kind of struggles with was field position on offense, starting field position. But guess what? When you got all this talent on the field, I guess you can start on the 1 yard line and go 99 yards and score in about 2 minutes. It really don't matter where you start on the field.
Hey, that's how we used to do it when we used to play touch football on the streets. Instead of the kickoff, we take it on the 1 and go all the way down. That's how we do it. But, yeah, they was averaging 527 yards on offense, giving up 285.9 yards on defense. Even if the defense gives up 320 yards per game, the offense is probably going to be well at 600 yards a game. And the Clemson Tigers will have a good season despite any haters or all the Alabama fans who's against them. These guys got to set it up to have a lot of fun and win a lot of games. And that's our take on Clemson AAC right now. Let's get to the next one.